All right, everybody, it's 6:30. Time for your favorite monthly board meeting, facilities. If we get called to order the February facilities meeting at 6:30, and get a roll call, please. Fortato, Greer,
Here.
Hanauer Friedman, Vanish Theranat,
Here.
Wiggs,
Here.
Wilson, Crane,
Here.
Lokshin. Here. We have quorum. If I could get a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
So move.
Moved by Van Sternat, second by Greer. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion to approve the minutes from January 7th, 2025. Moved by Wiggs, second by Crane. All in favor? Any opposed? Do we have any public participation this evening? It does not appear there are any members of the public here. We'll move on to board communications. Does anybody have any communications to share tonight? Okay, moving right along to new business. We have an update on the County Plaza renovation project from Carla at Bailey Edward. ITB 2022-008.
Good evening. Wait, can you hear me there better? It's really long. So on the county plaza, really it is, as you guys, we talked about last month, it's substantially complete. There are a few change orders that the county had requested. We're working on wrapping those up. I think we'll have a better timeline next month to share. That's really the update on the county plaza.
I feel like it's just going to keep being that till those elevators are done, right?
You're right.
So speaking of, up next is an update on, and I have to correct myself because I'm still saying County Plaza too. Update on ITB 2023-005, the Bennett Administrative Center elevator renovation project.
Yes. So the elevators, again, like we talked about last month, the Otis has put an extra crew on the job. I believe they were looking for May for completion of those elevators for the two south elevators. But I think with the change order that was approved here last week, we may be looking at just 4 to 6 weeks, I think, for the north elevator to be ready to be used.
All right, thank you. Any questions on that? And I'm sorry, I forgot to ask on the last one too, if there's any questions on the renovation project or comments. Yes, Ben.
So the change order was $9,058 for the elevators. Is that correct?
Correct.
And how far were we under budget initially, do you know?
I don't believe we were under budget on the
I
Bennett
thought
building
somebody
project.
said we were.
On the jail we were.
Oh, on the jail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, on the Bennett building, initially we had budgeted $20 million, give or take. I believe the project came in at 18.8, and so that allowed for some additional change orders on the Bennett building. So the elevator is a separate contract.
Yeah, that's correct. That was a separate entity because we knew that would have put the building well over budget, but the elevators, a repair would have kept it lower, but it seemed like a repair would just keep turning into more repairs, and so the complete replacement was what was decided on. And the change order you referred to, that was already set at the full board 2 weeks ago at this point? No. Was it last week? No?
That was a separate change.
Oh, that was a different change order. So this was different than the one that we have in front of us today. Okay.
Basically, this was below the threshold, so we technically didn't have to bring it to review. We just want to be informative. Basically, from the elevator perspective, we had 3 data cables going to each elevator for the communication portion. We added a second security camera as part of the project, which required a second cable. That's 3 of the 5. Then there's 2 in there. I'm overcomplicating it, but there was some changing that was going on for the phone system. So lo and behold, this will take care of our communication portion. And like Carla mentioned, hopefully within the next 4 weeks, we'll have it operational.
Okay, so that was change order ITB 2023-005 is what we have in front of us from Otis. Like Eric said, that's under the threshold, so we're not voting on that tonight, but if you have any questions about it or wanted to get any further information, now would be the time. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I believe that's it, Carla. Thank you. Up next is an update on ITB 2022-009, the Pope Jail consolidation with Chris from Reef Tech Reed. I find moving it to the side helps it not be right in your face if you need to shift it over a little.
Yeah, it's awfully close. Okay. Renovations, interior finishes in the A pod were completed a couple weeks ago, and those have been that A pod has been reopened. Painting and flooring work, new interior finishes in B pod, and the common areas such as the corridors and the lobby are ongoing. Probably going to be continuing for the next couple of weeks, and then when those are done, they will move into renovation of the booking area.
Do you have I guess, couple of weeks, but is there a more specific update on timing of completion of that B-Pod and booking area process, or?
So B-Pod, the couple of weeks is for those areas. Booking and master control will be the final thing to be renovated. Those are going to be a little bit tricky to know for sure how long those are going to work. It's going to have to do a lot of coordination work. So I don't have an update on how specifically long those will take.
All right, thank you. Questions? Stephanie?
Can we work with, so my understanding is we have received all of the pay apps for the new construction. Is that an accurate statement? Is there anything outstanding?
The only thing that would not be included in those would be for like closeouts, contractor providing final O&M manuals and as-builts, but that's typical that would wait till the very end of the entire project.
Do you anticipate any substantial change orders as part of that?
No.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is I would like a comprehensive, y'all from facilities work with the executive office and landscape out a comprehensive, this is as close as we understand the financial implications, both of the original new construction and the rest. And then at the facilities meeting, I would like us to review the list of potential ARPA projects and as a body from this committee, make a recommendation to the board on where we think, basically looking at our 10-year plan. And I cannot emphasize this enough. We need to, the additional ARPA money that will be let loose from the jail needs to be driven by existing facilities projects, and it needs to be driven by this committee. So I think that we need to, but we also just need to get this done. So I would like us to have we should be able to know within, in the 5 figures where we're going to land. There's no reason why not, because we don't anticipate any giant change orders coming down the pike. So we should know, right? Really, really close. And then I would like us in the March meeting to start talking about like what out of that list is the most pressing, and where, look at the list and be like, that was scheduled for 2027, but we could do it, you know what I'm saying, type of thing, so that we can, not that the rest of the board has to listen to facilities, but I think it would be nice if the perspective of facilities was articulated, but there also needs to be a clock on it, especially for things, if they're construction things, we can't lose a season. Do you see what I'm saying? Because we are going to be under a really short timeline to get those things done. So, because they have to be completely spent by 2026. So if there's anything that we want to do, then it needs to be sunny for, like, we need to hit that ground running and, you know what I mean? And have it bid out and everything. So that's my request of the exec committee and this committee. As I'm transitioning out of finance, I'd like to move this along.
Sounds doable to have that on the March agenda, yeah? Okay. Any other questions, comments on the jail construction? Okay. Thank you. Now we have an update on the courthouse boiler retube and burner replacement project, ITB 2024-003.
So that's actually going pretty smooth. They hit substantial completion as of today. Ironically, they did a walkthrough with our staff. Boiler 2 has been and is currently running the building. Boiler 1 has been completely updated. The only downside is that they haven't been tied into our building automation system. That's pretty quick. It's just getting Alpha to come on site and do it. They're pretty willing. It's just we haven't coordinated that yet. But that project's pretty well finished up. So.
All right, any questions, concerns on this one? No? All right, thank you for the update. Did we get a resolution number for the next one? I don't think that's on there. Oh, yeah. Great, okay, thank you. So then this is the numberless resolution establishing the Administrative Center Dedication Committee for discussion and approval. This is a committee that's being formed. I don't know if you want to talk more about it too, to plan a dedication for the new Bennett Administrative Center. Jenny Locke has been working on that too. I don't know if you wanted to have any input. It's right now the committee's just being formed, so there's not a whole lot to say as to what will be happening yet. But on the resolution on the back, you can see the proposed committee, including community members that were put forth by the board chair and 3 county board members. Yes, Jenny.
I have to raise my hand, sorry. There's one name is absent. Rachel Spencer, who used to work for Scott Bennett, would also like to serve on the committee, and she would be a great addition. And she's also my son's 5th grade teacher, so I have to make sure that we have her on there. I think she was just a late addition that didn't make this draft.
Okay. Well, when we move to add this to the board agenda, we can amend that to add Rachel Spencer to it, unless anybody has reason not to. So if anybody has any questions, comments on this? Yes, Ben.
Obviously, as elected officials, we're supposed to be good stewards with our taxpayers' dollars. Where did the $6,000 number come from? And is there an itemized list that what that $6,000 will be spent on?
There is not a list yet because we have not yet convened the committee to say what will happen. Jenny, did you have your hand up?
So this is the budget that we would generally consider in dedicating a building. That we're announcing to downtown Urbana, this is where we're going to be, this is all of it. And it's also, since it's named after Senator Bennett by resolution previously passed by this body, we thought it would be fitting to have a committee of board members and community members work together to do that. But the budget's about what it would be, even if we were just doing a dedication of here's the new county office building. If we were still calling it County Plaza, the welcome to our new offices, kind of media press welcome everybody here would still be about this much generally. Yeah. Standard, and it's the budget. They don't have to use all of it. We'll, obviously, but this is the top number they have.
Good question. Anything else on that? All right, can I get a motion to approve that resolution establishing the Bennett Administrative Center Dedication Committee? Carolyn, seconded by Wiggs. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. Before we vote, I should have said I would like to amend that to add Rachel Spencer to the list of community members who are on the committee as a former legislative aide to Senator Bennett. Rescind that vote. Is there a second to add Rachel Spencer? All right. Finished there, not seconds. All in favor of the amended I'm sorry, there's so many words. The amended resolution establishing the Bennett Administrative Center Dedication Committee. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That will pass. Thank you. I have no other business for tonight. Any other business from you, Eric? No. Okay. The next meeting of this committee will be March 4th at 6:30 p.m. The only item to be placed on the consent agenda is item 6F for that resolution, and we are adjourned at 6:47. Thank you.